To be honest with you guys, I really don't know how to do this YouTube thing. And I know what you're thinking, Liezelle, you've literally been posting YouTube videos for the last 1.5 years about all kinds of different things, and I know I have, but to be honest, I think I'm just making it till I can make it. So this video originally was supposed to come out at the beginning of the year, and now we are about 12 days into what feels like a very turbulent year, to say the least, especially with the holiday series being cut short and kind of not being as active on my YouTube channel since December. I would consider this a little bit of my flop era. And honestly, I feel like just mentally I have been in a flop era, and that's because I feel some type of way about the new year. It is okay to feel about the new year. Now, that blank can be literally anything you can think of. You can be feeling happy, anxious, scared, terrified. I feel like I'm a mixed bag of everything, to be honest though. I think that way just because this year I'm turning 25, and to me that's a quarter of my life. Am I old? At this time in my life, a lot of people my age are doing a lot of different things. I have friends who are soaring to new heights in their career. I have friends who are having families on their second kid. I have friends who are getting engaged. I have friends who are getting married. And especially with being in our 20s, I think that a lot of us are trying to throw things at the wall and see what sticks. And that's what I'm currently doing right now. I have been exploring a lot of unconventional paths. I have been traveling. I have been saying yes to a lot of new experiences. I've been pursuing a little bit of a public lifestyle online. Even more, I think that because I am broadcasting my public lifestyle on the internet, I'm experiencing, I guess, my own type of self-judgment and kind of perceiving myself through somebody else's eyes. Who does she think she is? But I do think that just comes with the job of choosing to be a little vulnerable online. But honestly, I think it's pretty cool that this is more commonly accepted in this day and age, and I like to see a lot more people in my own little network doing it. And I feel like it's because social media is a very big pie, and it's cool to even have the slightest bite of it. I do think there is a lot of hard work and dedication to go around to make this into a sustainable path. This past year is the first year where I have chosen myself a little more. A lot of my life, I feel like I have been in a very much flight or fight mode, trying to survive, trying to compete in competitions where I didn't even put myself in to begin with, for competitions that were for the satisfaction of others, not necessarily the satisfaction of my own self and desires, which is why I've chosen to create more videos, because I feel like I am scratching an itch that I've always had. Plus, taking a break off of any educational paths forward, I have had a lot more peace in my life. I haven't had any negative feelings towards myself as intensely. I haven't had the thoughts of just, going away, changing my name, moving countries. I've actually just felt very comfortable being myself, which is actually something that I am very happy that I achieved in 2023. Plus, I am unlearning a lot of things and learning a lot more things about myself, and I think I'm still growing, and I think that's okay. Plus, on top of all of that, there's a lot of crazy dystopian things happening in our present day. A lot of high inflation, political division, worldly conflicts, unjust practices to humanity, women's rights, student debt. There's so much to not let yourself be succumbed to. And while life might not be feeling real, the best thing you can do is when you're set back is to keep pushing on forward. So this is me pushing on forward into the new year, because to me the new year ultimately means new opportunities, new goals, new dreams, new hope, new change. Hope that the world will better itself. Whether you feel anxious, excited, sad, my hope is that you can watch this and say, I think that's okay. And it is. So because I didn't have the chance to do this, I'm gonna go ahead and personally look back on the past year and kind of point out the lows, the highs, and things that I hope will change in 2024. Number one, I wish I was more consistent. And I know that there's a lot of kind of misspoken communication advice to up-and-coming creators that, you should post every single day of the week. You should post 2 times a day. And I feel like I still have yet to find a really good line in terms of how much I can post without burning myself out very fast. I also wish that I created more content with more intention rather than just, showing up every once a week with a random video. But honestly, I feel like a lot of the videos that did great were the ones where I kind of was open about growing in a skill, open about giving you guys niche content about niche topics. And what I hope is that I can, take what I've learned from content creation and become more consistent with more intention into the new year and be a little bit more authentic. Number 2, I wish that I put a little bit more time and dedication into the health of my body. Now, I know when I look at myself, I feel like I'm just experiencing body dysmorphia 24/7. I think that I have been doing really well, though, is just listening to my body when it wants to rest, when it wants to get up, when it wants to do things. I do hope that coming to the new year, I can find a good medium of, taking my body out to exercise, to also love it a little more. Because I feel like I am the sole owner of my body, so why should I not give it the love and care that it needs? And number 3, I wish I was a little more honest about my life and what I want my path to look like from this point on. I feel like when you choose paths that aren't commonly, accepted, especially in your community or your family, it's hard to be really truthful. And to be honest, because I'm still trying to figure out, what exactly I feel like my skills and efforts could be put forward to, I feel like I've trapped myself and isolated myself a little bit more than I should have. And considering that I do have some new eyes watching my channel, I just want to continue to embrace this path forward and be a little authentic and to pursue my 1 in a million shot. This video will make an impact in some people's lives beyond me. So I do want to continue trying to build a community that can watch me make mistakes for the first time in my life and learn from them and to continue to grow as an individual. In terms of highs, I am really proud of myself for traveling beyond my own comfort zone. I have finally done some traveling experiences that I had been wanting to do. I traveled out to LA. I traveled alone for the first time. And although I only got to reach, the big cities of New York and LA last year, I hope to go beyond those city limits and maybe even find myself in a city this year. On this channel, while I didn't have the most, explosive growth that everyone can manifest in a year, I have been hitting milestones that I didn't even think I was going to hit. I hit 100 subscribers and I hit 200 very fast. And now I'm really close to 300, which is pretty cool. So I really do appreciate all of you tuning in and consistently watching my YouTube videos, letting me know that you're getting better at certain things, and asking for videos that I hope to finally put out. Overall, last year was a very big beginning for me, and I know that the year to come, I'm excited for what's to come as I continue to practice these skills until I feel like I've perfected them, but you can never stop learning. Now, to every part of New Me, New Year videos, I decided to do some goal setting out loud. Now, typically, I am not the best when it comes to goal setting because I'm a perfectionist through and through. So if I don't hit the goals that I am trying to reach, I will beat myself up for it immensely. And that's low-key what I've been doing for the last week because I've been sick and haven't been able to post and to keep up with the schedule that I created at the beginning of the year. So bear with me. We're going to do some low stakes and high stakes. Low stakes goals are goals that don't have a lot of risk to them. So I don't have to put as much effort, but it's kind of like bare minimum, essentially. So number 1, organize my hard drive. That thing is messy, and that's because I have a lot of adventures that I have packed on there and videos that I have not released. So I feel like once that's kind of situated, I can figure out which videos I still need to release, like the vlogs from last year that I have yet to post. Number 2, declutter my closet and my space. So obviously, as you can tell, I have added a really cool, cute, fun background. But behind the camera, I have kind of decluttered a lot of my clothes, decluttered a lot of my room. I still have to put some things together. It's literally the second week of the year. I have a lot of time to do it. In terms of decluttering my closet, I also want to invest in quality pieces that I know are going to last me for a long time. Now, growing up, because I lived in an immigrant household, I kind of held on to a lot of things up until like middle school. And I feel like I'm doing the same things where I have clothes from when I was in high school still in my closet. So I hope to kind of declutter, take some pieces that I don't think will match my style or the quality, and kind of revamp my style into more sophisticated 25-year-old who makes little silly videos on YouTube look. Move my body every day. Now, obviously, that has been a very hard thing to do with COVID, but I have a walking pad finally, and then keep my room clean. Again, you guys can't see it. I can. My room is messy. That's something I am learning to unlearn, especially when it comes to a very cluttered mind, which can reflect a very cluttered room. I want to continue to make the space a little bit more open so that I'm able to film and to be less stressed coming home from work. Okay, high stakes. These are goals that require a lot of action, a lot of effort to accomplish, and what I really hope to achieve this year. Number 1. Become a YouTube partner. Obviously, when it comes to YouTube, it's great to make videos for yourself, but I do want to see myself continue to succeed in the YouTube space. Now, the first step to do that is becoming a YouTube partner. Now, to become a YouTube partner, you have to hit the following requirements. Number 1, 1,000 subscribers. Number 2, either 4,000 public watch hours in the last year or 10 million views on shorts. Now, obviously, I don't feel like I can do the 10 million views on shorts, but I did have a short kind of hit the ground running last year, so who's to say? Never say never. Now, currently where I stand as you're watching this and as I'm talking to you, I have 280 subscribers. I have 3 video uploads in the last 90 days. That's probably changed because I wrote this script at the beginning of the year. 305 public watch hours in the last year and 50k views on shorts. So I feel like this coming year is going to be a really good year for me to kind of hit the ground running with more consistent and more intentional videos to come. Number 2, secure another campaign on YouTube. Now, when I say campaign, I'm talking about collaborations, I'm talking about affiliate marketing, and I'm talking about sponsorships. My intention with this is because I have consistently been inspired by an ex-YouTuber by the name of Best Dressed, and she kind of like takes the collaborations, sponsorships, and the brand deals that she does, and she like she evolves them into beautiful pieces, and that's what I've tried to do in terms of storytelling, and it helps when I center that around a product, which is my first like exposure into that world. So to continue to have practice would be super cool, and to talk about products on my channel that I love is something that I hope to do a little bit more moving forward. Number 3, move. I came across another eldest immigrant daughter on TikTok talking about how, she has been yearning to move into a city for a more like immediate network. And while I am very grateful to have a roof over my head and to be in a very fortunate situation where I'm able to go and sleep in bed at night, I do want to continue to grow, and I feel like moving into a new environment will definitely help me adjust to adulthood, I think, a little better, help me grow more independent, and to have more access to a lot of new opportunities that I feel like this realm of creating benefits from. So I'm looking forward to moving potentially out of my home state, maybe finding a new place. Number 4, I want to run a race. I feel like because I ended up on New York Marathon TikTok, I do want to someday run that, but I feel like I have to start smaller because I haven't been exercising as often. So I need to train my body to get used to that long cardio. And I feel like maybe running a 3K or a 5K this year would be kind of cool to put on my little life resume. And number 5, traveling internationally. I feel like this one is going to be the most financially costly item on my list. This topic has been in so many of my group chats with some of my friends for the longest time, and I feel like this is the year to finally travel abroad. So I'm really hoping that international Trip can make it out of the group chat this year. To wrap up the video, I just want to touch base with you guys, my audience, talk to you guys about who I want to be by the end of 2024. I feel like this year, and honestly a little bit of last year, there has been an uptick in kind of the old YouTube content creation style where people are becoming a little bit more authentic with the content they're making. Other people are being a little bit different than what is trending, and I feel like that is something that we could all learn a little bit from. So I'm going to make this effort to be a little bit more authentic, to be a little bit more open, and to actually talk to the camera instead of feeling like a little robot trying to say things that I know people would like to hear. I hope you guys are down to join me on this little journey that I love to call me on YouTube. And I hope that you guys can find some hope, some inspiration, that while the new year is a little bit of everything at the moment, that you can find some joy for the year to come. So you all know what to do. Go ahead and click here to subscribe, click here to watch another video, because the algorithm really likes that. And I will see you guys in the next one.